Dear students, welcome you all for the 37th session of Modern Marketing of 5th semester Mangalore University. So in this semester we are going to discuss various factors influencing budget decisions. So we are going to discuss in detail meaning of advertising, advertising budget, factors influencing budget decisions. In the previous session, we have discussed introduction to advertising, meaning of advertising, definition of advertising, objectives of advertising, and advertising budget. The objective of this session is to make the students comprehend various factors influencing advertising budget. So outcome of the session will be you will come to know the various factors influencing advertising budget. Let's go directly to the meaning of advertising as we have already discussed in the session 36. So it is a paid form of non-personal presentation of goods, services or ideas to the masses by an identified sponsor. So advertising budget, this is also we have already discussed in session 36. So advertising budget means it's a projection of expenditure to be incurred on advertising during a future time of period. So how much expenditure you are going to incur on your advertising for a particular time period is known as advertising budget. So it's also called as organized plan made out for the expenditure to be incurred on advertising during a period. So you are organizing, in the sense you are organizing a plan so that how much you can spend on advertising for a particular period of time, because if you don't plan you may cross the budget. In the sense, if the budget is allocated 1 crore, if you don't plan, the expenditure may go to 10 crore or expenditure may be around just 10 lakhs. So if you have proper budget, then definitely you can spend whatever the amount allocated to the advertising. Then it is also called as part of firm's overall budget. Then it also helps in planning expenditure and also control spending. Now, what are the various factors influencing budget decisions? So there are various factors. Let us discuss one by one. The first one is sales target. Advertising budget depends on the target that has to be achieved during a period of time. More is the sales target, then definitely you have to spend more on the advertising budget. If the sales target is less, then you need not spend more on advertising because you don't require more sales to be achieved. So it depends on sales target. Then second one, coverage desired. So coverage desired in the sense, so where and all you want to advertise. So what are the different medias? So more is the coverage, then more is the budget required for advertising. If less is the coverage, then you need not require more funds for advertising. Then third one is type of product. So type of product in the sense, if the product is already known to the people, then there is no much spending required on advertising. Need not have more budget. But if the product is not known at all, completely new, then definitely you'll spend more amount. You require more budget for advertising. Then stage in the product life cycle. So this is very important. If the product is in introductory stage, then definitely you have to spend more amount on advertising. You require more budget for advertising. But say example, if the product is in maturity stage or decline stage, see already product is in decline stage, so I think there is no need to spend more on advertising. Rather than you should focus on diversifying or introducing a new product. Then market share. See, if you have already market share, if the market share is more than 50% or more than 60%, say, then you need not spend more on advertising because already you have more number of customers. See, advertising is required to attract more and more number of customers. And if you have more than 50% of market share, then definitely need not spend more on advertising. But if your market share is very less, say less than 10%, then definitely you should have more budget allocated for the advertising. Then nature of competition. See, if the competition is very intense, there are so many players for one product or in your sector, then definitely you need to spend more, or you need to allocate more money for your advertising. If there are no competitors at all, okay, then you need not spend more of, for example, you take Indian Railways, there are no competitors at all, why you need to advertise? Okay, so no need to spend more on advertising in that situation. Then next one, need for product differentiation. See, if you want to differentiate your product from others, then you definitely spend more amount on advertising, because you want to clearly communicate that your product is different from your competitor's product, or your product has some good features or extraordinary features, and you want to communicate to that to the people, then you need to have more budget for the advertising. Then economic conditions in the country. See, economic conditions also affect advertising budget decision. How? See, if the economic condition is of the country is very poor, and if you spend more on advertising, then nothing will work out, because people don't have money. So economic conditions also affect the advertising budget decisions. Better is the condition, more is the budget. Worst is the condition, less is the budget. Advertising frequency. See, what is advertising frequency here means how many times you want to advertise a product in a given channel or a given media. So if you want to advertise, for example, if the cricket match is going on, for every over you want to advertise, see, then you require more budget. If you want to advertise once out of 50 overs, then definitely require less budget. Then availability of funds for advertising. So this is very important. If the funds are not there, then you cannot allocate more funds for advertising, because there are so many other areas that also company need to allocate funds. So if the funds are less, then you have to allocate less for the advertising. Then size of the firm. The size of the firm is very small, then you have to allocate less funds for advertising. If the size of the firm is very big, take big firms like Reliance, they spend huge amount on advertising. So it depends on size of the firm. Then advertising media. So what type of media that you are going to select? For example, if you are selecting social media or TV, then you require more amount of funds. If you are selecting newspaper, all these require less funds or less budget. The last one is objective of the advertising. So what is the objective of advertising? Do you want communicate a new product, or do you want to communicate some features of the product? Do you want to communicate to all the people in India? So that is what is the objective of advertising. Do you want to maximize the sales? Do you want to acquire more and more market share? So your advertising budget depends on your objectives of advertising. So that's all from this session. I hope you understood this session. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.